The day had been long. Work drained me. The commute dragged on. And by the time I finally made it over to her place, I was running on fumes. She greeted me with her usual smile, pulling me into a hug. And for a while, everything felt lighter. We ordered takeout, sprawled on the couch, and watched whatever random show she was obsessed with that week. At some point, exhaustion caught up to me. I stretched out on the couch, my head resting on one of her pillows, and drifted off. It wasn't intentional. I'd planned to stay awake, to spend more time with her, but my body had other plans. The next thing I remember is waking up to the sound of her laughter. My eyes were half closed, the room blurry in the glow of her phone screen. She was sitting nearby, her face lit up by whatever she was scrolling through. I rubbed my eyes, sat up a little, and she quickly tucked her phone to the side. "You fell asleep," she teased. "You snore, by the way," I chuckled, still groggy. Yeah. Long day," she kissed my cheek, and everything seemed fine. But later that night, when I got home, I opened Snapchat. That's when my chest tightened. There I was, lying on her couch, mouth slightly open, asleep. She had taken a picture of me. The photo itself wasn't bad, but the caption underneath? That's what made my blood run cold. "Look at this bum." Imagine marrying this one day. The photo was plastered across her story for all her friends to see. At first, I just stared at the screen, my throat dry. A mix of emotions rushed through me. Confusion, embarrassment, hurt. She thought it was funny. To her, it was just a joke. But to me, it felt like a stab in the back. Dozens of people had probably seen it already. Her friends, maybe even her family. People I didn't know. People who only knew me through her. And what they saw wasn't the guy who had worked all day to build a future. Wasn't the boyfriend who showed up with dinner when she was stressed, or the one who listened when she cried at midnight. No. They saw a bum, someone to laugh at. My phone buzzed with a notification. Someone had replied to the story with laughing emojis. I felt heat rise in my chest. They were laughing at me. At us. I didn't text her right away. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to calm the storm in my head. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe it was harmless. But the more I thought about it, the angrier I became. She didn't just make a private joke. She broadcasted it. And she didn't even think about how it would make me feel. The next day, I confronted her. "Why would you post that?" I asked, holding up my phone with the screenshot. She looked at it, then laughed. "Oh my God, you're not seriously mad about that, are you? It was just a joke." "A joke?" I said, my voice sharper than I intended. "Do you know how that looks? You called me a bum in front of everyone." She rolled her eyes. "It's not that deep. People know I was kidding." "You're being sensitive." Sensitive. The word stung more than the caption itself. "It's not about being sensitive," I said. "It's about respect. You made me a punchline. Do you know how humiliating that is?" Her smile faded a little, but she still looked defensive. "I didn't mean it like that. Honestly, you're overthinking." But I wasn't overthinking. The truth was, in that moment, I saw something I hadn't wanted to see before. She cared more about making her friends laugh than about protecting my dignity. I left her place that day feeling heavy. I kept thinking about the way she dismissed my feelings, the way she brushed it off as if I was the problem. Maybe to her, it really was just a joke, but to me, it revealed something deeper. The gap between how I saw us and how she treated us. Over the next few days, I noticed little things I had ignored before. The way she sometimes teased me in front of others, turning my flaws into entertainment. The way she downplayed my achievements, but hyped up her friends. At first, I'd laughed along, convincing myself it was harmless. But now I wondered, was I always just the joke to her? One night, we sat in her car after dinner, and I finally let it out. "You don't get it," I told her. "When you posted that, it wasn't just a picture. It told me how little you think about me, how little you respect me. If you can joke about marrying a bum, then what does that say about us? About how you see me? For once she didn't laugh. She looked at me, her expression shifting. "I didn't mean it like that," she said quietly. "I thought it was funny. I didn't think you'd care so much." "That's the problem," I replied. "You didn't think." Silence hung between us, heavier than the air in the car. She reached for my hand, but I pulled it back. In that moment, I realized something painful. Love without respect is just a ticking clock. You can't build a future with someone who sees you as a joke. That night, I drove home alone, my chest aching, but my mind clear. Sometimes, it's not the big betrayals that end things. It's the little moments that reveal the truth. A caption on a Snapchat story, a careless laugh, a thoughtless joke that tells you exactly where you stand in someone's world. She thought it was funny to post me sleeping on Snapchat, but when I saw the caption, I understood something she never said out loud. And that's when I knew I deserved to be with someone who didn't just love me, but respected me enough to never make me the punchline.